Boom! A conflagration rips through the cryogenic compartment, shattering the sterile calm of this desolate outpost. This isn't some routine maintenance check. This is a maelstrom that throws our heroes into a desperate scramble for survival. The clock is ticking, and their lives hang by a thread. A whisper through the static, a chilling warning from an unseen force others. Is this hope or a harbinger of doom? This cryptic message hangs in the air, thick with uncertainty. Their fight for survival just got complicated. A rigid code of conduct, a twisted religion grips these souls. A claustrophobic world where even the concept of love is banished. Ripley's arrival throws a wrench in this precarious balance, igniting a powder keg of resentment. Ripley, an alien presence, a symbol of chaos. They see her as a contagion, a crack in their fragile order. This isn't just a prison, it's a fortress of fanaticism, and Ripley is about to be tested. A chilling suggestion that lurks beneath the surface danger. A world teeming with hostile creatures, where even the air itself is a threat. Ripley's journey will be one of constant vigilance, every step fraught with peril. A ghost town, haunted by the echoes of its past. A desperate hope clinging to the threads of survival. The inmates are shadows of their former selves, consumed by fear and isolation. A grim reality, even in this desolate corner of the galaxy. There's no escape from the sins of industry. This prison is a crucible of death, where hope and innocence are melted away. A chilling disregard for life. A bureaucracy that treats death as an inconvenience. Ripley's journey into this hellhole will expose the dark heart of humanity. Driven by a primal need for answers, Ripley seeks closure in the cold embrace of death. This is more than just a search, it's a desperate plea for understanding. Ripley's relentless pursuit of truth collides with institutional power, setting the stage for a dangerous game. Can she break free from their control and uncover the secrets hidden in this prison's depths? A whisper of disease hangs heavy in the air. Clemens lays bare the potential for a silent killer, instantly raising the stakes and plunging Ripley into a battle against unseen horrors both within and without. A fight not only for survival, but also against the very systems that would rather ignore the truth. Clemens dismisses the threat, his words ringing hollow like a death knell. But Ripley, her instincts honed by danger, senses the hidden storm brewing beneath the surface. A lone voice screaming against the tide, she stands defiant in the face of blind complacency, a beacon of pragmatic truth in a world drowning in deceit. A barbed critique aimed at Ripley's every move. Clemens, master manipulator of order, sees her presence as a threat to meticulously crafted world. A power play unfolds, a dance on the razor's edge between authority and defiance, setting the stage for a brutal clash of wills. Clemens speaks with chilling clarity, revealing his cold calculation. The virus may be a phantom, but control reigns supreme in this twisted world. Ripley's quest for truth clashes head-on with the iron fist of bureaucracy, a fight where lives hang precariously in the balance. The warden paints a portrait of depravity, his words dripping with venomous contempt. This is Ripley's new reality, a desolate landscape populated by broken souls and festering darkness. A battleground where every move is fraught with danger, where innocence is but a fleeting memory. Clemens craves tranquility, a calm sea devoid of any disturbance. But Ripley's arrival shatters this fragile illusion, unleashing a storm that threatens to overturn the entire system. A collision course set where truth and chaos collide. Frank's words drip with predatory intent, exposing the toxic masculinity that permeates this prison. Ripley finds herself navigating a minefield of aggression and objectification, where her every move is scrutinized and manipulated. Frank's brutal philosophy lays bare the twisted morality that governs this world. A warped reality where power dictates respect and innocence is a fleeting illusion. Ripley enters a crucible of violence and manipulation, where survival demands cunning and resilience. These haunting questions echo through the prison walls, reflecting the despair that grips its inhabitants. The weight of injustice presses down, a crushing reminder of the darkness that consumes this world. Ripley's journey becomes a quest for answers in a place where truth is a distant memory. A chilling crackle of unease ripples through this hardened survivor's words. He'll face the dark, he'll face the bugs, he'll face the endless tunnels, but Golik is a different beast altogether. This tension within the ranks whispers of a storm brewing, a desperate attempt to rationalize hatred, cloaked in pity. This ain't just about a stinking bad odor, folks. This is about madness clawing at the edges of sanity. Golik ain't just another survivor, he's something else. The fate of these souls hangs in the balance, swayed by an unseen hand. Their pleas for mercy are drowned out by the cold, hard decree. The power plays, the survival games, they're all just a prelude to something darker. A flicker of connection amidst the wreckage. This new player, Aaron, steps into the spotlight, his past intertwined with the fallen hero. But is this gratitude or something more sinister? Religious fervor masks a desperate hope for survival. Dylan's words echo through the desolate landscape, hinting at an internal struggle against unseen forces. Temptation, in this hellhole. There's always something lurking. A dangerous dance unfolds between Clemens and his captive. The air crackles with unspoken desires, veiled beneath polite conversation. This ain't just about survival anymore, it's about power. The line between right and wrong blurs under the harsh glare of this twisted reality. Clemens demands his due, his words dripping with a possessive hunger. Who holds the power here? And who will pay the price? This ain't about freedom anymore. These souls are reduced to numbers, stripped bare of their humanity. This is a system designed to break them, and it's already started. A sudden shift in tone, a tremor of fear rippling through the air. The calm facade shatters, revealing the true nature of this nightmare. An accident, more like a foreshadowing of horrors to come. A cold, callous statement that echoes through the silence, diced. No more than a casual mention of brutal death. This ain't just survival, it's about who controls the narrative in this blood-soaked hellscape. Ripley finds herself trapped, a prisoner in a cage of steel with only whispers of hope, a computer capable of unlocking the secrets of the Sulaco flight recorder. The clock is ticking, and information is power, a currency she desperately needs to survive. The air crackles with tension as Golik, a hardened veteran of the prison underworld, lays bare the brutality that defines life within these walls. The mention of Murphy's remains hangs heavy, a grim reminder of the darkness that lurks. A chilling disregard for human life echoes through the cell block. Clemens, a man hardened by his role as warden, reveals a heart devoid of empathy. His words foreshadow a world where survival is paramount and compassion is a weakness. Clemens unleashes his fury, his threat a palpable wave of menace that crashes over Aaron. This prison is a powder keg, and Clemens holds the fuse, ready to ignite it at a moment's notice. Clemens sees Ripley as a threat, an unpredictable element that disrupts his carefully controlled world. Her thirst for answers puts her directly in his crosshairs. A seed of doubt is planted. Golik, a keen observer of human behavior, suspects there's more to Clemens and Ripley's interactions than meets the eye. A forbidden connection, a shared secret. The fragmented whispers of the flight recorder paint a chilling picture, a desperate struggle for survival, and something sinister lurking in the shadows. Ripley's quest for answers becomes a race against time as the truth unravels. Bishop's confirmation is a hammer blow to Ripley's hope. The alien is here, a predator stalking the halls of this prison. The fight for survival has just begun. The whispers of the Wayland-Yutani Corporation echo through the shadows, their tentacles reaching for every scrap of information regarding this monstrous xenomorph. Human life is but a pawn in their ruthless game of profit, setting the stage for a brutal showdown between truth and corporate greed. Dylan's spirit, shattered like glass, lays bare his soul. The scars of this torment run deeper than flesh, they seep into his very being. The thought of non-existence, a cold embrace of oblivion, feels more inviting than the twisted reality inflicted upon him by these corporate demons. A frantic plea rings out, shattering the fragile peace within those iron bars. Dylan's desperate cry for innocence ignites a spark of paranoia, casting doubt on every soul present. The very walls seem to tremble as a sense of impending chaos threatens to consume them all. Andrews spits venom, branding Dylan with the mark of madness. The whispers grow louder, fueled by fear and uncertainty. The line between sanity and descent into the abyss blurs, leaving those trapped within this prison teetering on the edge of oblivion. Dylan's words paint a horrifying canvas, revealing the true nature of the beast, not just a creature of flesh and blood, but a spectral nightmare that feasts upon the very essence of the human soul. The xenomorph becomes a symbol of terror, a harbinger of psychological annihilation. Aaron's cold gaze pierces Dylan's soul, a subtle power play amidst this growing storm. He demands recognition, seeking to assert dominance over the chaos while masking his own deepening doubts. A flicker of hope ignites in the darkness as Aaron concedes, granting Dylan a sliver of legitimacy. This tentative alliance, born out of desperation, promises a fragile path forward through this abyss of terror. Golik's wry observation reveals their precarious position, vulnerable and exposed in this twisted game of survival. The absence of protection exposes them to unimaginable horrors, a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate. Golik's chilling words echo through the void, a testament to the film's bleak reality. Sanity becomes a mask, a desperate charade in a world consumed by madness. Those who cling to reason face a horrifying truth. Their very perception of reality is a battlefield. Ripley spits this line like a bullet, her voice raw with a struggle deeper than flesh wounds. She's breaking free from the chains of pain, but the echoes of addiction still linger, a ghost in her eyes that whispers of an internal battle. This ain't no goddamn movie set, brother. This is raw panic bleeding out from the prisoner's throat. The prison walls are trembling, and chaos is a wildfire ripping through their sanity. The cold, clinical tone of rumor control can't mask the blood running through these vents. The first domino has fallen, and silence screams louder than any gunshot. Golik ain't just lost his mind, he's seen something that eats at your soul, and bogs and rains. Their disappearances are a symphony of shadows, a whisper on the wind before the storm hits. The scream rips through the air like a goddamn banshee. It ain't just a monster in this place, it's a nightmare made flesh, and Clemens is its first offering. Power fades faster than blood in a hurricane. The prison's lost its compass, and the men inside are adrift, clinging to whatever scraps of sanity they have left. Ripley refuses to be a number in this hellhole. She carries the weight of Andrew's death like a tombstone on her soul, but his absence has lit a fire in her. Hope flickers amidst the darkness. Ripley ain't just relying on gut instinct. She sees the patterns, understands the predator, a flicker of intelligence in the face of madness. Fear is a beast that devours logic. They're caught in a maze where every shadow holds a threat, and the darkness itself is their enemy. A guttural declaration that throws a gauntlet down. Ripley's world has crumbled around her. Trapped on this desolate rock with a creature beyond containment, escape seems a distant, brutal dream. A whisper of madness amidst desperation. Ripley's plan, a fiery dance with death, hinges on baiting the beast into a cage of steel, a gamble that could buy them time or seal their fate. The convicts circle, hungry vultures sensing weakness. They weigh the risk, their own lives against helping this woman who's barely more than prey herself. Ripley's voice cuts through the tension like a razor. No begging, no pleading, she lays bare their predicament, forcing them to choose between submission and defiance. A symphony of danger awaits. Each spark, each flicker of flame, brings them closer to a showdown, a controlled chaos that could erupt into pandemonium. Amidst the looming terror, a flicker of faith emerges. A twisted prayer whispered in the face of oblivion, seeking solace in the midst of despair. Forgotten pawns in a game of power, their voices echo with resentment. The convicts are living testament to the brutality of indifference. A question that claws at the fabric of truth. Are they hunting this creature or protecting it? The lines blur, casting doubt on their very purpose. The final nail in the coffin, a crushing realization that power breeds contempt and leaves behind a trail of broken lives. A chilling revelation hangs in the air. The company knows about the alien, and they're coming to claim it. A ruthless corporation against a desperate crew. The stage is set for a brutal showdown. This conversation exposes a chasm between those who see the alien as a tool and those who recognize its inherent danger. A moral battle rages. Is humanity willing to sacrifice innocence for power? A desperate plea echoes through the darkness. The company is out of their depth, blind to the true horror they unleashed. This alien is a force beyond comprehension, and those who underestimate it will face annihilation. In this realm of chaos and violence, justice takes on a savage edge. Dylan's indifference to Golik's fate paints him as a ruthless predator, where survival hinges on pure instinct. Hope flickers in Ripley's eyes, a desperate gamble to unravel the mystery of the alien within. A race against time begins as she delves deeper into this horrifying unknown. A whisper turns into a scream. Ripley's worst fears are realized. an insidious terror growing within her very being. The line between human and monster blurs, pushing her to the brink. Fear grips Ripley as she confronts a chilling reality. Their hope dwindles with each passing moment. The alien's presence casts a suffocating shadow, trapping them in a desperate struggle for survival. Corruption runs deep within the company's veins. Their greed knows no bounds, willing to exploit this monstrous creature for their own gain. Humanity becomes a pawn in their deadly game. A grim acceptance settles over Ripley, her fate, and the fate of everyone around her hinges on the annihilation of this terrifying force. The line between savior and destroyer blurs as she stares into the abyss. Morse spits venom, his desperation bleeding through every word. He's abandoned any notion of brotherhood, choosing the cold comfort of personal survival over the lives of those around him. This sets the stage for a bloody power struggle, survival of the fittest in this concrete jungle. A guttural roar echoes through the prisoner's hope flickers and dies. The characters are trapped, facing an impossible situation with no escape route. This is a fight to the death, and there will be no mercy shown. In this desolate wasteland of despair, Ripley offers a hand, her words shrouded in mystery. Is it a plea for companionship or a dark bargain? This cryptic invitation hints at the psychological torment gnawing at their souls, leaving us to wonder, will they find solace together or succumb to the darkness? Clemens's chilling confession shakes the very foundations of their understanding. The creature isn't just a mindless monster. It displays a cunning intelligence, choosing its prey with calculated precision. This revelation throws open a Pandora's box of fear and uncertainty. Clemens, now burdened with the knowledge of her connection to the alien, walks a tightrope between terror and power. Is she a vessel for salvation or destruction? This chilling realization foreshadows an epic showdown, humanity's fate hanging precariously in the balance. Ripley, driven by the desperate need for survival, reaches out to Clemens, her words laced with a mixture of plea and manipulation. Trust is shattered as they forge an uneasy alliance, their fates intertwined in this deadly game. Morse's cynical words cut through the tension like a razor. His disillusionment with authority reveals the cold reality. Human lives are expendable in the face of corporate greed and scientific ambition. A chilling truth hangs heavy in the air. Fury boils over as Morse unleashes a torrent of rage, his grief echoing through the prison. The characters are left with nothing but their raw emotions, desperate for justice in a world that has turned its back on them. The corporation, cold as steel and driven by greed, spits in the face of human life. This revelation burns into Ripley, fueling her rage and igniting a fire to survive. It's a fuse-lit rebellion against the corporate machine is brewing. Ripley, amidst the chaos, becomes a beacon of strategy and cunning. She lays out the plan, a desperate gamble, drowning the xenomorph in molten fury. This isn't just survival, this is a fight back against the darkness. The air thickens with unspoken fear, the weight of their plan a leaden hammer on Ripley's chest. A desperate strategy hangs in the balance. Trust your comrades or become the monster's path to freedom. A wave of primal terror crashes over them. Their carefully orchestrated symphony descends into chaos, a cacophony of screams and desperate words. Something has gone terribly wrong. The facade crumbles. Their meticulous plan lies in ruins. Ripley's calm facade cracks, replaced by frantic improvisation. It's a desperate dance with death. Every move a gamble against the jaws of oblivion. Screams pierce the air, echoing their utter helplessness as their carefully laid plan collapses like a house of cards. The monster breaks free, leaving only the bitter taste of defeat and terror in its wake. A glimmer of hope amidst the wreckage. A new player enters the fray, Warden Aaron. His arrival brings a shift in the narrative, casting a shadow of uncertainty over Ripley's fate and the remaining survivors. Dylan's roar cuts through the escalating terror, a guttural scream ripped from his throat as the creature's shadow grows ever closer. The fragile bonds of their partnership shatter like ice under the hammer blows of pure, primal fear. Ripley's triumphant cry echoes through the carnage, a beacon of hope piercing the suffocating darkness. A spark ignites in her eyes. This plan might just be their salvation from this monstrous hell. Dylan's voice cracks with desperation, a desperate plea echoing through the blood-soaked chamber. Every ounce of hope hangs on Ripley's shoulders, her every action a gamble against the jaws of oblivion. Morse screams his warning as molten lead erupts like a fiery maelstrom. A moment of glorious victory, but even in triumph, danger lurks, a Pyrrhic win against the unrelenting horrors. The android's chilling revelation cuts through Ripley like a razor blade. Trust, loyalty, all are mere illusions in this twisted labyrinth of deception and betrayal. The android's words drip with insidious sweetness, a venomous honey that masks their true intent. Can Ripley decipher the truth behind this facade, or will she fall prey to their sinister machinations? Ripley's heart is torn. The android probes her soul, exposing the agonizing conflict within, to save humanity or to protect a creature born from chaos. Morse's lament echoes through the desolate wasteland, a heart-wrenching requiem for a world irrevocably shattered. The price of victory, a tapestry woven with blood and regret. Ripley's final transmission crackles over the void, a lonely echo in the desolate silence. The survivor, a testament to human resilience, but also a chilling reminder of the darkness that lies at humanity's core. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.